Hello everyone and welcome back to Tina Teach Bootstrap. Button groups is what we will be learning in this lesson. We'll be taking a look at horizontal and vertical button groups, them being side by side, and then nesting as well as drop down. So first off, button groups, which is just a group of button. Okay, I have the container div class button group to tell HTML. Okay, so this is a group of buttons, so style them accordingly. Button type button, class, button, and then the color, button success. 1, 2, 3, same thing, you've already learned this. Now with vertical groups, because button groups, they appear side by side by default. If you want them to appear otherwise vertically, let's say, you have to specify button group and then add in vertical, okay? And after that, you just copy and paste whatever you have here. Let's move on to the next part, side by side. As I've mentioned before, button groups are inline by default, so they appear side by side. Here I have a basically a group, like we've seen over here. I have a group, and down here I have a group. So these will appear side by side, okay, with a little bit of gap in between them. And now that we're done with that, this will become clear to you when I show you, okay, later on. Nesting and drop down. We start with container, of course, button group, and then button type button, class button, and then the color. 1. Okay, so this is our classic default button. For the second one, has the same syntax, but after it, we have a separate div. Div container class button group. Once again, button type button, class button, then button primary for the blue color, drop down toggle. So this is where the toggling, the drop down menu start. And then data BS toggle drop down blue. I'm just going to name it blue for now. Div class drop down menu. Now this is the drop down menu itself where you will specify the items that are in the menu. Okay. A class drop down item. For now I'll just leave this blank. Yellow, and the same goes with purple. And it is as simple and straightforward as that. So I'm going to go ahead and create first vertical groups, div, class, button, group, and vertical. Okay, as simple as that. And within here, I'm going to have 3 buttons. Let's say type, button, class, button, button, success, 1. And I'm going to copy and paste this. Copy, paste it 2 times, and now let's move on to another group, okay? Side by side, div, class, button, group, not vertical this time. Copy this part up here, but change this to 2. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 2, and now I'm going to have another group that's next beside it. Div, class, button, group. Okay. Copy and paste this, but I'll make this 3 instead. 3. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Okay. Lastly, let's have the drop down menu. Div, class, button, group. Okay, I keep misclicking there. Button, type, button, class, button, button, success. And then let's make this actually 4, okay, instead of 1, so we don't get mistaken for the other group. Button, type, button, same goes. Button warning. And I'm gonna make this 5. Let's go down here and have another div, button group, button type, button, okay, class, button, button, primary, drop down, toggle. All right. Then data, PS, toggle, drop down. And I'm going to make this blue. I'm going to go down here. Okay. Now that we have blue, div, class, drop down, menu. A class, we're going to go with links, drop down, item, href is blank, yellow. And then a class, drop down, item, href, and this is purple. Okay. All right. So first off, we have vertical 1, 1, 1. They still have the hover property. And same goes with 2, 2, 2. You know, this is side by side. However, 2, 2, 2 is one group and 3, 2, 3 is another group. And there's a gap in between them and they appear side by side by default. Okay. So these three over here will sort of show you the display property of button groups when they are together. Okay. And last one, 4, 5, and blue. If you click on the blue, there is a drop down for yellow and purple. Okay. It is a link. As you can see up here, it changes, right? It becomes HTML and then there's this hashtag over here. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment anything that you're not very clear on for this lesson. Our next topic is going to be about batches, what they are, what purpose they serve, and how can you implement them. Learn today, better tomorrow, and have a wonderful day.